Welcome you all to the fourth day of the Scratch with Magicbit program. So our today's topic is Magic of Life. So today also we are going to use the magic code with our Magicbit to do some activities. Basically with the magic code, as I mentioned from the last weeks also, we are going to use the Scratch programming within the magic code platform. Right? So to do this, so to continue with the magic code, we need to have the Magicbit OS in our Magicbit. If you are using your Magicbit for any other programming platform like Python or Arduino, then your Magicbit OS is not in the Magicbit, though you have uploaded it last week. So first of all, you have to log into the Magicbit web uploader using this link, or else you can open a new tab in your browser, and there you can search as Magicbit web uploader, and you will get this first search result like this. So click on that, and there you will get into the Magicbit web uploader page like this. So at that time you have to connect your Magicbit via the USB cable to your laptop or the computer, and then click on this connect. So a pop-up will come, and in that pop-up you will get the USB serial code. If you are not getting this one, just click on cancel, and in the uploader you can see this green color button, install drivers. When you click on that, a file will download to your computer. So you have to install that, and after that you can reload the page here, and also you can unplug the Magicbit and replug it. And then when you click on connect, this pop-up will come, and the USB serial will be appear there, right? So you have to select that whatever the USB serial code and click on connect here in the pop-up. Then connect will change to disconnect, and these 5 options will available for you to select. Now, as we are going to work with magic code, don't click on this magic code. So these are for all the versions of the Magicbit OS. Now the Magicbit OS has updated very recently. So you just need to click on this Magicbit OS, the first option, right? So click on that. And this white color bar will start to complete. You have to wait few minutes until this bar completes to 100%. That means until the Magicbit OS get completely uploaded to the Magicbit. So this will take few minutes. Now you see, now this is completed to 100%, and at that time, you will get a pop-up that firmware loaded successfully. At the same time, in the other side, your Magicbit will restart. And at that time, you can see in the Magicbit display, it's like select mode. So that means whenever you plug the Magicbit and whenever the Magicbit gets the power, if the screen is like this select mode, then your Magicbit is having the OS. So then you don't need to upload it again. If it is not like this, then you have to upload the Magicbit OS from the upload and come to do work with this magic code, right? So now you can close the web uploader tab, and after now uploading the Magicbit OS, then we need to connect our Magicbit with our magic code programming platform, right? So you can get into the magic code programming platform by searching as magicbit.cc/magic-code-live, right? No need to put one here, that magic-code.live also work for the same version of the magic code, right? What you have to search is magicbit.cc/magic-code-live. When you search like that, it will open up the Magic Code 3.0 version. You can see here tab name is Magic Code 3.0, the latest version, which is exactly similar to the Scratch platform. And then we have to connect our Magicbit with this platform. So how we can do that is, Here in the block palette, in this colorful circle side, you have the add extension thing at the bottom of the block palette. When you click on that, okay, so before that we have to do one thing. In your Magicbit, now the select mode is there on the screen, no? Right? Now the select mode is there on the screen, and by rotating this black color wheel here in top of the screen, you have to rotate it slowly. And first you have to select the option Magic Code. And by pressing the right side push button, you have to load it. And then it will open up the Magic Code. And then on the screen you can see two options, in the left side USB and in the right side Wi-Fi. So we are going to use the USB method. So you have to press the left side push button. And then a message will display on the Magicbit screen. Now in the Magic Code, go to the Add Extensions. So there you can see the first option Magicbit. Click on that. And there also you will get the same pop-up with the USB serial port. And when you select that and click on Connect, you will see the message on the Magicbit display will get disappear and a beep sound will come from that. So that means, see, now there's no any message and a beep sound came. That means the connection is successful. And also if you check in this right side top corner, you can see this icon is in green color. Earlier it was in red color. That means not connected. Now this is in green color. That means we are connected. And also here the button is changed to distance. So that is how we connect our Magicbit device with Magic Code. So after connecting the Magicbit with Magic Code platform, now let's see what we are going to do today. The activity. In the first slide also I told you what is the activity. So actually we are going to do two basic activities today. Right? So first one is night light. So what is meant by this night light is, that means when it is getting dark, when it is getting night, we need an additional light, no? In order to see the around, otherwise we can't see anything. Everything is dark. So that we need to turn on the switches manually in order to light up that external lights. But here we are going to create a program using this scratch language in the Magic Code. By using a sensor, it will detect the available light in the environment, and if the detected light level is less than some value, then it can decide it is a night time or it is getting dark in the environment. So it can automatically switch on the lights. Right? So we are going to create such kind of a program. That is what we call the night light. It will identify the night time using the sensor, and then it will automatically activate the light switches, right? So the sensor that we are going to measure the light level is called the LDR, light depending resistor, right? In last week activity also we used this same sensor. Now today also we are using the LDR, right? The place you can see, where you can see the LDR sensor in the Magicbit is in between this right side push button and the screen, right? The item that's shown by this arrow is the LDR. Okay, so this, when the light rays fall on this LDR, it can measure the amount of light, and with the help of that amount measured, or the value that LDR measured, we can create different activities. So this night light is one of them. And yes, now let's make our program. So first of all, we need to choose a strike. You know, in a strike, we make codes to a certain strike. This character here available, that is what we call the strike. This cat is the default strike when it comes when you open Scratch or Magic Code. right? But if you don't like that cat, you can delete it by clicking on this dustbin icon in this cat selected item here. Now there's no sprite, but to create a code, to make a code, there must be a sprite. Otherwise, we have to do the code for this stage here, right? This white color background. So in the stage, when we going to create code for the stage, so we can't do lots of things. There are some limitations when we make codes to the stage. Some blocks are not available. If, as an example, if we go to the motion, see, no motion blocks are available for the stage. Motion blocks are available only for the sprite. And in looks also, the number of blocks are limited. When it is a sprite, there are so many other blocks available in these categories. And they are in the sound also, we have limited number of blocks. So that is why we always try to make the codes to the sprites. So here, now we have deleted the sprite now. So we have to take the new one. So go to the sprites library. Here, this animal face icon. And this is what we call the sprites library. You can select any of them. So I'm going to select this Abby as my sprite. So you can select whatever you like. When you just click on that, that character will added here. Now at the same time, it is automatically selected here. So we are going to make the code for that character. As I told you in the first week, no need to, it is not only can have a single sprite, you can have multiple sprites on the stage. So after choosing the sprite, then what we have to do? Then we have to define how we are going to run the program at the end. Here we are going to run our program by clicking on this green flag here on top of the stage. You know, we have 3 methods to run the program. Just watch the first day recording, then you will get to know what are these 3 methods. So we are going to use this green flag clicking method here. So to define that, that means how we are going to tell that to the computer is, in this events category of the blocks, we have the block when green flag click. So we just drag it and drop it here. And then the computer knows this program is going to be run by clicking on the green flag here. After defining the running method, then we need to decide whether we are going to run this program only for one time or do we need to run it repeatedly. If it is for one time, you can just make the set of codes. If it is going to run repeatedly, so you have to put everything under a forever block. I need to make this program run repeatedly. So in the control category, we have the forever block. So I'll drag it and drop it to this place. Now after this block, whatever the things that I am going to do, I need to put it inside this forever, because I need to run this program repeatedly. After deciding the repeating option or the running time, then we need to set the conditions to check. Okay, when setting the conditions, we have 2 methods. Actually, one method we are using the if conditions. So there are 2 if blocks in our magic code, basically in Scratch. They also in the control category block set. One block is as if, the other one is if then else. So I have explained the difference between if then and if then else blocks last week. So you can watch that video to get an idea what is the difference between these two. So with that, we can select whatever the if block we need to use for our activity today. We need to set the conditions. Okay, now our activity is to create the night light now. So first we have to, so we are going to identify the night light through the reading from this LDR sensor. So we are going to check whether the value getting by this LDR is less than some value. And if it is less than some value, we understand it as night and we'll turn on the light. If the reading from the LDR is greater than the value, then we understand it as daytime and we turn off the lights. That means there is a main condition that the value of LDR should be less than something. And the second one is exactly the opposite of the main condition. So here we can use if then else because of that. Because main condition and its opposite is there. If it is more than two conditions, then you have to use one if block for each condition. That means if there are three conditions, so you have to use three different if blocks. Now here we have only one condition, the main condition, and its opposite. So we can use this if then else. So I will drag it and put it within the forever, and I will delete this. In between this if and then place, this is where we need to set our main condition. So our main condition here is today to get the LDR reading, and we need to compare that value with a certain value. We are going to check whether the reading from the LDR is less than some value. So to make the comparisons, we need to go to the operators section. There we have these comparison blocks. So as we are going to check whether the LDR reading is less than something, we can use this less than block. So drag it and drop it in between this if and then. So first, as the first comparing value, we need to have the LDR, reading of the LDR. So as it is a component that is available on the Magicbit, so then you have to go to the Magicbit block set, and there you will see this read LDR block. So we'll get this and put it in this first comparing value position. Now we are comparing whether the reading from the LDR is less than some value. Here instead of 50, you can type any value. So the value of LDR is varying from 0 to 4096. So that is a common rule. The reading from LDR will differ from 0 to 4096. So if it is a night time, that the reading of the LDR is going to be very low, which is very close to 0, or should be less than 1000, because the environment is dark, therefore the amount of light available in the environment is low. So number of light rays falling on this LDR is also low. As a result, it is giving us a small value. So as we need to detect whether it is night time or not, so we are going to check whether the reading from LDR is less than 1500. If this is the main condition, what should be the opposite of that? Reading of the LDR greater than 1500. If it is greater than 1500, we are assuming it is daytime, that means more light in the environment, so we can turn off the lights. And if the LDR reading is less than 1500, then we'll assume it is a night time or environment is dark. So we need to turn on the light switches, right? So here how we set our first condition or the main condition. If this condition is satisfied, that means if this condition is true, then we are going to set the statements to follow. What are the things to happen if this condition is true? So what we need to do, if this condition is happen, we need to display the value of LDR in the Magicbit screen, and at the same time we need to control the lights. So as the lights, we are using the LEDs that are available in the Magicbit. In the back side of the Magicbit, you know we have 4 LEDs. So we are going to control them according to this light level. And we are going to display the light level value in the display. So to display the light level, in the Magicbit category, we have a block called write. So we are going to drag it and drop it in between this if and else, because that is the place we are going to set the conditions for our main condition. So set the statements for our main condition. We need to write the LDR value, not the hello word. So instead of hello word, you can edit any word here. Instead of hello, we need to get the LDR value. So you can get this read LDR block again and put here instead of hello. And you can set the position of the value to appear on the screen. So X value should vary the Magicbit display X value is varying from 0 to 128 and Y is varying from 0 to 64. So I need to display the value in the middle. So I will make X to start at 50 and Y to start at 25. And while after showing the LDR value, then I need to turn on all the 4 LEDs in the Magicbit. So you know how to turn on the LEDs in the Magicbit. We discussed that part. So to do that, we can have the digital pin block, the set digital pin block in the Magicbit section. So we drag it and drop. So for one LED, we need to have one block. So as we are going to control all the 4 LEDs, we need to have 4 set digital pin blocks. And you will see the number 16 is there in all the 4 blocks. In the 4 LEDs of the Magicbit, they have different pin numbers. So you have to go with the pin configuration of the Magicbit in order to select the pin numbers. So this is the pin configuration. So for the green LED it is 16, for blue 17, yellow 18 and red 27. So in that 4 set digital pin blocks, we are going to use those 4 pin numbers. First one is 16, second one 17, third one 18 and fourth one 27. Right? And as we need to turn on, we have to change the status to high in all the 4. If it is the status is low, then that means the LEDs are off. If we need to turn on, we need to make them high. Now that is our main condition and the state wants to happen. Now if this condition is not true, then we should consider our other condition or the opposite of this first condition. Opposite is to LDR reading is greater than 1500. But here we don't have a place to set that condition. But don't worry, this else word will do that for us. When this else word is there, the computer knows this else means the condition to be happen here is the opposite of the main condition we set here. So we don't need to set the condition manually, it will automatically happen, right? So we just need to set the statements to happen only if this certain condition or the opposite condition satisfied. So when the LDR reading is greater than 1500, we assume it as the daytime. So in that case also I need to write the LDR value on the display and I need to turn off the LEDs, all the 4 LEDs. So that means we have to use the same set of blocks. This write LDR on display and set digital pin blocks. So without dragging those blocks again and again, what we can do, I will remove this whole block set for a while. And as I need to use the same block set again, I just right click on the very first block of this set and we'll get this duplicate option. So I'll click on that. Then it will duplicate the same block set. It will copy the same block set again. Right? So you can place it anywhere you want. So I will place it somewhere here for the moment. And when you click that, it will appear. Right? So then I will drag the block set again. This one for the if in between if then. And then the copied block set, I will drag it under the else. And the writing LDR block that is same. And instead of this high status in these 4 set digital pins, as we need to turn off the LEDs, we'll make them to low. So that is our basic night light program. Let me show the whole program to you. Yes, this is our night light program. By turning on and off the LEDs as a pattern, you can create some light patterns also. So that is up to you to do it later to practice. But here I will show you the basic activity, right? Now it is the time to check or to get the output. So as we defined that we are going to run the program by clicking on the green flag. Now you can click the green flag. Now we don't have any output here near the sprite or in the stage. The outputs we are going to have is one is on the Magicbit LED and the other one is on the Magicbit screen, right? So when you click on the green, see there is a value appear on the display. That value is in my case 1780 kind of thing, right? So now I need to make this value appear in a large size. So in the magic code, in the Magicbit section, we have a block under the draw block. We have a block called set display font size. So now it is 1. So if we need to make it a little larger, we can go for until size 4. So I will choose the size 3, and when I click on this block, that will appear to the output on the screen. See, now you can see a large value, right? And still the code is running because this green color is selected here. Look at here, now the value is something like this. That means as I have turned on the lights in my room, so it is detecting, this LDR here is detecting that light. So if I cover this LDR from my hand a little like this, then the amount of light rays fall on the LDR will decrease. So can you see now the value on the screen is getting lower, right? Earlier it was like, when I remove it, it was like 1800 kind of value. When I close the LDR like this, when I cover it, the value is getting low. And if you check the other side of the LDR, the Magicbit, I will turn it back. See, now the LDR is to the downside. So automatically the amount of light detected by LDR is something beyond the value we given. So as the condition is satisfied, you will see all the 4 LEDs are lighting up, right? Without turning to the other side also, you can check the output, right? If the value of the LDR is something below the given value, you can see some light flashes or light through these spaces in the Magicbit. So there also you can check both the output from the LEDs and also the output on the display, right? So you can use this technique to actual lights conditions also to control the light level, control the lights using the LDR according to the light level. Okay, so that is basically our night light activity. Depending on the LDR reading, this is what we did. So you can decide what is the value we are going to put there, right? Instead of one thing, we have used all the 4 LEDs. So what basically happens, depending on the reading from the LDR, if it is a low value, we can decide the environment is dark, it's a night time, so we can activate the lights. If the value of the LDR is high or greater than the given value, then we can decide it is daytime and we can turn off the lights. So that is happening automatically. We are not making the switch on or off manually. Then we are going to do something else. Another activity using this LDR, which is the light level indicator. Here I am not going to do everything. I just show you the very specific and new things to you. You guys need to try this activity. So in this light level indicator, we are going to indicate the amount of light detected by the LDR as a visual representation on our magic code stage, just like signal levels. So in order to do that, we need to go to the magic code again. So I will stop running this nightlight program for a while and I will remove this code now. If you want, before removing this, you can save this file using the file option and save to your computer, and that file will download it to your computer. If you want, you can give a name here, and with that name you can save the file. Let's give a name like Nightlight. And after giving that name, if you save it, it will save the file with the same name. Now, I am going to open a new Magic Code platform. So, I will go to File and click on New. Then what it will ask whether we need to replace the content of here. Then click on OK. Then a new platform will come. Sometimes your connection will be disconnected and come, or else it will be remain. In my case, the connection is still remain, so I don't want to do it. When you reload or when you open a new Scratch platform Magic Code document, if this icon is in red color, then you have to connect the Magicbit again to the platform and do the activity. Okay, so what we are going to do in our light level indicator is we are going to display the light value as some signal levels in our stage here. So to do that, you need to add the colorful background. It is better if you can have a solid background like this. Dark color, solid background. No need to go with that actually. So according to the plan, it is better to have such a thing. So you can go to the backdrops and select a backdrop or a background to the stage. So I need to have a little dark background, so I will go with this stars background. So it will add like this. And here I need to remove this cat sprite, and instead of adding a new sprite from the sprites library, I am going to create some sprites. I am going to draw some sprites. So how to draw the sprites is, move your mouse pointer to this animal face icon. Don't click on that, just move the mouse pointer. And then you will have another 4 options on top of that. There, click on this paint icon, paint option. Then it will direct you to the costumes tab. See, the costumes tab. Here we can create some sprites as we wish. So what I am going to create as the sprites is, let me show it. I need to create one sprite and 5 costumes of the same sprite. Only one with 5 costumes, like this. If you like, you can make these 5 lines with 5 different colors, or the different costumes with different colors. That is up to you. But I am doing the basics, making the new things, making the changes, updating that is your part. Okay. Right. So to create the sprites, here I am going to create a sprite as a bar. So I need to draw a rectangular shape. So in this tool set, I will click on this square icon here. Then I can draw a rectangle here like this. Whatever the things you are doing here, you can see the preview of that in the other side of the stage. See? And then you can drag this item on the stage and place where you need to keep it. So the first thing, I will keep it here. Right? And I will decrease its height like this. So this is my first sprite and its first costume. I am not going to create different sprite. Within the same sprite, I am going to create 5 costumes. So in this side, you can see now this is costume 1. When you right click on that, you can duplicate it. You can copy it. See, now the same thing will copy it with another name, costume 2. Now I am going to edit this second costume. So there also I need to create this second sprite. That means two bars with two different heights. So here I am going to copy this whatever the bar I drawn here. So I go to this mouse point icon here and I click on this, then that is selected, and you will see here we have a copy option. So click on copy and then click on paste, then the same thing will be copied, right? So you can drag it and place anywhere you like. So I will place it similar in parallel to that, and I'll adjust its height like this. Then I will duplicate the second costume again, right click on that and duplicate. So the costume 3 is there. So I will edit the third costume by copying this second by drill. Click on that, click copy, click paste. So it will copy the line and I'll paste it here and I'll adjust the size. Right? Now this is the third costume of the same stripe. And for the fourth costume, I will duplicate the third one. And the fourth costume, I will copy this third bar here and paste it and place it where I want to have it, and then adjust the size like this. And I need to have a fifth costume, so I will duplicate the fourth one, and now the fifth one is there, and I'll duplicate this fourth bar here, copy and paste and place it at the necessary place, and then adjust the size. See, now we have five different costumes. First one, second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Now we are going to switch between these costumes according to the light level detected by our LDR sensor. So the five costumes are there. If you want, you can rename the costumes. Select the costume and here at this place you can rename it. I'm not going to rename because they are with costume 1, 2, 3 and 5. That is okay for me. If you like, you can change. So basically that is the creation of sprites for this activity. So we are in the costumes tab. Now to create the code, we'll come to the code tab. So I'm not going to create the code now. I will guide you. You have to do it as a self activity. I will show you how you can do that. So first of all, you have to define what is the method that you are going to run it. You can get the blocks relevant to that method from the events. And then you have to decide whether you are going to run this program repeatedly or not. If it is to run repeatedly, you have to use the forever block. Otherwise, you can do without forever. And then to check the different values of the light levels or the readings from the LDR, you have to set the conditions. I told you if the conditions are more than 2, that means major one and its opposite. So you have to use one if block for one condition. If there are 5 conditions, you have to use 5 different if blocks. And then you have to set the statements for each condition. So we are going to display the reading of the LDR near to the sprite, not in the Magicbit display. At the same time, we are going to switch the costumes of the sprite we created. So first of all, you have to think how you can do these things. Right? I have given here the related blocks you need to have. First, you have to define the running program, method of running, and whether it is one time or repeated one. And then you have to set the conditions using if blocks and using the comparison blocks and also using the Boolean condition blocks and also getting the value of LDR. And then when setting the statements to display the value near to the costume or near to the sprite, you can use this say block. And to change the costume from one to the another, you have to use this switch costume to block. And when you follow those steps, you will get this kind of a code. Let me show it properly. Look at here. The running method has defined and going to make it repeatedly. So forever block is there. And then first a say block is used to display the reading from the LDR. And then 5 if conditions are taken to set the conditions. First condition is to check the reading of the LDR is less than 1000. If it is less than 1000, that means the lowest value of the LDR. So we can switch our costume to that costume with a single bar. So you have to select that value or the name of the costume related to that. Then that is the first condition and its statement. And then the second condition. So here we are checking two conditions at the same time. So if the two conditions should be true at the same time, we are using this AND block. And within the AND block, we have used this greater than and less than. Okay. So first, in the second condition, we are checking whether the reading of the LDR is in between 1000 and 2000. If that is so, then we are switching our costume to the costume with 2 bars. And in the third one, we are checking whether the number is in between, the value is in between 2000 and 3000. So then we are switching our costume to column or the bars with 3 bars. And the fourth condition is to value between 3000 and 4000. So then the bar will be, so the costume will be with 4 bars. And at last, if the reading from the LDR is greater than 4000, then we'll show the costume with 5 bars, right? So you can vary the amount of light level on the LDR by moving your hand over the LDR like this, then it will change the value of LDR. Okay. So this is up to you to do this activity. So this is the code. And I am going to enter the full screen now. And I am going to run the program. When I run it, look at here now the LDR reading is 1851. That means 1851. That is according to the second condition, in between 1000 and 2000. So in that case, I have asked to show the costume with 2 bars. Now if I cover the LDR from my hand, the amount of LDR will go down a value below 1000. In that case, see, now it is showing 1 bar. When it becomes greater than 1000, that means in between 1000 and 2000, a 2 bar will come, right? If you direct the external light source, right now the amount is not gone beyond the 1800, so I will direct the flashlight towards the LDR. Look at the output, how it is changing, right? When the value becomes in between 2000 and 3000, 3 bar output comes. When it is getting more lights, when value get increased more than 2000 and in between 2000 and 3000, 4 bars is there. When we direct, when the value become more than 4000, right? When the value become more than 4000, all the 5 bars will appear. The 5 bar costume comes, right? Just like how we see our data signals or mobile signals vary. So like that, we are varying the light level detected by the LDR by switching the costumes we created. Now, it is up to you to do this activity. I just showed you how you get the output and how I showed you how you can make the program, the final code, right? This is how the final code should come and what are the steps you have to follow, right? So that is a homework or a self-practicing activity to you. We are done for the fourth day of our program. If you are a newcomer and if you are looking to buy a Magicbit, purchase a Magicbit, you guys can visit the Magicbit official website magicbit.cc. Thank you so much everyone.